I've covered my top best fatalities in the Classic era Mortal Kombat games, so now logically we're moving on to the worst. Please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing if this is the kind of content you want to see more of, as it really helps the channel grow. And if you're wondering why I'm including Mortal Kombat Gold in the Classic era videos, do yourself a favour and watch this other video I made which explains why you've been wrong about Mortal Kombat 4 for years. With that said, this is my top 10 worst Classic era fatalities. Let's go! Number 10. Jack's Giant Stump. What to even say about this one? It's random as hell. Jax being able to somehow grow comically large and stomp his opponent under his boot is about as expected as Kotal suddenly being able to turn into a cat in MK11. It's just a genuine what the f moment. Normally, fatalities are tied to something the character's known for, like SubZero has ice-related fatalities, and Scorpion usually has fire-related fatalities. In MK3, they clearly just decided, f it, Jack's big. Next. Number 9. Shiva pound into the ground. Okay, so at this point, they were clearly just running out of ideas faster than I run out of eye bleach whenever I see someone tweet that Master Chief's more badass than Doom Guy. Number 8. Cyrax Helicopter. Look, I know MK fatalities aren't meant to be realistic, right? I know that. But I can't unsee the fact that the instant Cyrax's feet leave the top of the screen, he's already appearing on the screen upside down. There was no time for him to turn around off screen and come back down. In fact, you can see him reappearing before his feet have even fully finished leaving the screen. And when he comes back down, he just disappears off the screen like the floor isn't even there. It looks like sh**. Not a terrible concept, but the execution was worse than Fallout 76. At least Bethesda eventually fixed that embarrassment. Number 7. Cabal Face Fright. To me, a good fatality is one that's gory, gross, and cool. Yeah, this is none of that. Cabal's burn victim face is apparently so hideous it literally scares a ghost out of his victim. Where does the ghost go? How do ghosts work in this reality, especially in relation to souls, which also exist and look totally different? Why are Jax's cybernetic arms part of his damn ghost? Too many questions, not enough good. Number 6. Baraka Impale. This is a rare example of a fatality in MK Gold being a worse version of an already existing one. In MK2, Baraka would lift his opponent up, blood spraying out, and they'd writhe a little bit before sliding down his blades. Oh, I like it when they squirm. In MK Gold, he lifts them up, and that's it. No writhing, no sliding down the blade, and almost no blood. They just go limp. I can't possibly masturbate to this. I don't know if glow downs are a thing, but if they are, this is definitely one. Number 5. Striker Taser. No blood, no gore, just the opponent flashing blue and white with some smoke coming off them. This fatality is as boring as the character that does it. Yeah, that's right. I think Striker's boring and a waste of a roster slot, and there's nothing you can do about that. Number 4. Nightwolf Lightning Strike. I hate this one for the same reasons I hate the Striker one, but this one's worse because Nightwolf has all sorts of cool powers, unlike Striker, who, as I just mentioned, is boring and shit. But even with all those powers, this is what they went with? If he'd thrown the axe after charging it up and it made the opponent explode on impact in a blast of electric energy, it would have been way better. But they didn't do that, did they? Number 3. Liu Kang Flip Kick Uppercut. This one's so lame that if you do SubZero's fatality without the blood code, it's essentially glow-downed into becoming Liu Kang's with the blood code on. A giant uppercut. Easily the worst fatality in MK1. Next. Number 2. Human Smoke. I have no idea. What even happens here? Smoke gets smokier for some reason, then he either teleports or turns invisible, it's not clear, and then the opponent begins to warp and shift until they explode. At first I thought Smoke teleported into their body and was beating them up from the inside, but when they explode he's nowhere to be seen. If you have no idea what's going on in a fatality, it might be a fatality. Speaking of which, and my number one worst fatality of the whole classic era of Mortal Kombat games is Classic SubZero Lights Out. This is the laziest fatality I've ever seen in any Mortal Kombat game, and it's my boy SubZero.
Look how they massacred my boy.
I assume he's plucking their eyes out Beatrix Kiddo style, or maybe Midway self-censored the fatality to mock the ESRB the same way they created friendships. Either way, I hate it. It's like Midway said, you know that guy with the best fatality? What if he also had the worst fatality? Wouldn't that be funny? Do you see me laughing, Midway? Well, I guess you don't exist anymore, so you don't really see anyone laughing. I guess I got the last laugh. Ha ha!